Hey guys, welcome back to Kids Coding Playground. So today is January 1st, 2021. So happy new year to everyone around the world. We'll continue with the center platformer, scrolling platformer game we did. So as you can see, we have the center here sliding down. And then you have the main character. So we have two costumes. Okay, the shorter ones for the sliding center and the taller ones for the standing up center. Okay, so that is how that is. I think some of the viewer asked us if we could give you all the ground sprite. I only gave I think the first four because I want you guys to make your own. It's pretty easy to do. You just have to copy from the previous one and then just add some stuff like from the bottom here you have the tree and everything, right? So you can just take that and then kind of edit it. It's pretty easy. Okay, if you don't know how to do that, just watch the first video again. Okay, so without further ado, let's go on to the code itself. We are going to create a few variables. So first, we're gonna create some of the global variable. So for global variable, meaning it's for all sprite, I just have it as a G and then underscore. So that way it's easier to see, right? For all the variable that is for all sprite only. So first, we're gonna create one called animation type. So this one will help us to track what the player is animation type is, like he's dying or jumping or running, stuff like that. So we'll take one of that. Okay, so next we'll create another one for G underscore direction. So this will kind of keep track of the player's direction. So left and right. Then we're gonna go create one for gravity. I mean, I had the gravity as a -1. I mean, if you don't want to use the gravity variable, you can just have it -1 everywhere. But I think having a gravity variable later we can change it, or if you want to change some other place, you have to just use the variable. It's quite easier. Okay, I did the same thing similar in Among Us, so I'm gonna go a little bit quicker on this since if you guys have not worked on this Among Us platformer, I suggest you work on that one first before you come to this one. So this one's a little bit more complicated than the Among Us platformer because this one is like scrolling and then we change some of the code related to how they use sprite movement. Okay, so next one we have G underscore is player dead. So this will keep track if the player is dead or not. And then we can create one more G mouse position. So this will help us to when we're putting items or stuff on the ground or traps, so we can check where it is. And then next one is G on ground. So this will check if the player is touching the ground or not. Okay, so next we'll create G run. So this will keep track of the player running. And then we are going to have the global variable for scrolling, X. And then make one more G. Right now we're not using the scroll Y, but in the future, if another game, or you have a platform that scroll up, we can do that. So let's not create that for now. Let's not use the scroll Y. We're only going to use scroll X for now. So this one doesn't have a scroll Y for this game. Okay, let's make one more G and then we'll slide. So this will keep track if the player is using the slide motion for the centers to slide down. Okay, we'll have a few more. G underscore speed X. And then we'll make one more. This is the velocities for the jumping. Okay, after that we'll make a so be sure to have it on the main character here, and we are going to make some for this sprite only. So I'm going to use the lowercase for jumping. Okay, and then okay, so I am going to have this one, the deviation for this sprite only. Spell it wrong, sorry, deviation. Okay, we are going to make a few more variable for this sprite only as well. We are going to say change x. So this is for the scrolling part. We will be using that. Then we'll make a few more. Say that. I think we'll do level. So this one I'll just, because we are doing display, we're not going to use the G. So that will show up on the screen. And then we'll make one more for live. Like how many live the center has. Okay, we have a few more. I know we have a lot of variable. So this one is score, for the score, like when they collect the points. And oops, sorry. And then we'll make some more. So this one is for the sprite only. We're gonna have something called start position x. So this is for the position x for the sprite only. Make another one, start position y. So this is for also for scrolling. Okay. Okay, so we have everything I believe that we needed at this time. The timing and everything, we can do that later. So let me remove some of this. We don't need to see this for now. Let's take out all these, and we are going to only keep track of the level and the live and the score for now. Okay, so maybe level can go here, live can go here, and then score can go into the middle. All right. Okay, so we are going to go to the custom block. We're going to make our first block called reset. Okay, you can click on the run without refresh for this one. Really doesn't matter, but run without refresh is probably faster. But this is basically, we're going to reset the variable. What we're going to do is going to put the center somewhere like 200 0, so it will drop down. And then we are going to reset our variable. So let me zoom in a little bit. So here we'll say set. So we're gonna reset the first variable. If player is dead, we're gonna say false, so he's not dead. Okay, then we'll duplicate this. We'll do the gravity and the velocity and stuff like that. So the velocity, we'll reset it to 0. On the ground, we're gonna put it 0 on the ground as well. And then the we are going to put the velocity. Okay, got gravity. So gravity, we are going to use a -1, so it'll fall down one step. I mean one small position. The y, we're gonna use that, and we are going to something called G animation. So this is the animation type. Kind of reset that to 0, and then we're gonna use the G scroll X. Scroll X. So we don't have Y. We don't need scroll Y, and then we need jumping. So we are reset the jump also. So jump is the for this sprite only. Okay. So reset that. Okay. Okay, we're gonna create some sound for that. So we are actually using a something called the list. So using a list, we can have like different position for the item later on, and also the sound. So we're gonna use that. So for now, let's create some of the list variable. Okay, make a list. So here we go global item x position list. Okay, make another one, item y position list. So I'm creating all the variable up front here, so that way you guys can, you know, refer back to it if you need it later on, so don't have to go to different type of video. So that's why I'm creating all this at the front. So this is item type list, and then one more. This is a sound list. So okay, so these are all the lists that we are going to be using. So this will keep track of the item where they are and what type they are. So you can have many type of item, and this is the sound. Okay. All right. So we're gonna create a block called clear list. You can say run without refresh here. It really doesn't matter for this one. So we are going to clean up the list. So say delete. Delete all. Okay, so we are going to say okay, X position, Y position, the type, and the sound. Okay, we're gonna create another block, initialize sound. Okay, so this one, what we want to do is we're going to initialize the sound array list for that. So that way later we will use it to play the sound. So when we jump, it will only play like one time. So the Among Us, when I had it, the sound, you know, when you jump, it will play the sound multiple times, right? When you're holding down the up key. So in order to fix that, we'll use this. This is actually better. So for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a loop through. So here, I only have like a couple of sounds. So if you have more sound, you have to initialize the loop with the loop higher. So let's just initialize 5. I don't have too many sound actually. Just a couple of sound like jump sound. Later, if you want to add like other sound, then you can initialize it higher. So I'll explain more later on. So for now, let's do a repeat 5 times. And then let's go back to the variable. We are going to say add. Okay, 0. So 0 means like it's not playing the sound. 1 is playing the sound. So like 0 is like a Boolean value, right? It's false. 1 is true. So we're gonna use 0 and 1. So this is initialize. Basically, when I run this, you see that the sound list will have 5 things. So let's say if I click on this, right? If I show the sound list, you see it will have 5 0. Okay, so that's what it does. So when I clear this, it will delete everything. Okay, so these are the block for us currently for resetting the sprites and all. Okay, all right. Next, we'll go to the when the green flag is clicked, we are going to say set. So we're going to set the level to 1. So first level. And then we are going to set the live. So let's give him 5. Okay. And we are going to set the size of the set size to 30. But it's already 30, but I'm just setting it again just in case. And then we are going to say show. So this is for the black main character. Okay. And then what we're going to do, we are going to broadcast and wait. So this one, we're going to broadcast something called start new level and wait. So what this is going to do is going to set up the whole game for us. Okay. Okay, so we had created some of this custom block, right? So the reset, what we're going to do is we're going to call the clear list and initialize sound. So later we call reset, we'll call all these things together. Okay. So, okay, that's good so far. So now let's move on to the next part. So we have something called start new level, right? Okay, so we're gonna use this. When I start as a new level, I'm gonna call this reset. So every time a new level starts, it will reset all this stuff. And then I am going to broadcast a couple messages here. So we will broadcast one message called reset. So this one is actually going to help me reset the other sprite, like the enemy, the spikes and stuff like that at the position. So that's why we did that. And then we're gonna broadcast another one called setup. So the setup will actually help me to set up all the sprite. The reset will delete all the clones on the other stuff. Okay, and then we'll call one more here. This will say start game. So start game will be the message that actually help to start the game. Okay, so this is starting a new level. New level will call the reset, set up the everything, and then call start game. Okay. Okay, so we have this start game. What we're going to do is we say start game, and then we go to look. We are going to say change course effect by 100. Okay, so we have the change course effect to 100, so that will hide the main character. But we still need to have this word show, so that way, you know, it will be when it touch the ground, it will be push the character back up. Basically, you need that in order to you know, have the character be standing on the ground. Okay. Next, we are going to use the repeat until. Okay, so we'll grab a repeat until, put it down here, and we're gonna get an operator here. Variable, and put this here. So basically we'll keep on doing this until the player is dead. We are going to set the position, the starting position. Okay, and the X position, and then we're gonna do the Y position. Okay, stop this thing. Okay, and then we are going to broadcast a message. And we're gonna call this start all control. Okay, all right. Okay, all right, let me continue here. Let me take this guy out. Okay, we're gonna make a new my block. It's called movement control. So select run without refresh here. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna work on this movement control here. Okay, we are going to get this. So use the if and else here. And then we are going to use the operator, a n, get another n. Okay, I'm gonna explain what this is going to be. Okay. Okay, so oops, we'll put this out here then. So when key down is pressed, down arrow, and then we are going to duplicate this, a right arrow. So basically to slide, you're going to push it down and the right, and then we are going to have one more check, make sure like the animator the type is 0. So basically you want to make sure the user is not dead, the player. Okay, so this is the animator type. We're gonna say 0 because that's the defining that player is not dead. So we're gonna put all that in here. Okay, all right. So what we had to do is we had to go through the slide first, because slides combined with the right and left. So I don't want the left and right arrow key to work while sliding. So we have to put this first into here before we do the left and right movement. Okay, and then we are going to use another one called if. Another if inside here. So this one is important. You guys can pay attention here. We're gonna use the not, and then we're gonna use the equal, and then we are going to use custom number 2. So we have custom number 1 and 2. Basically, this is a shorter one, and this is a longer one. So this is 2 and this is 1. So basically, if it's not 2, we are going to switch the custom to 2. So basically, if you're doing a slide, I want to use the small costume, this one. Okay, so the hitbox is smaller. Okay, and then we are going to say set, and inside here say set the direction, set it to right. Okay, and then duplicate that, set the run to 0, so he's not running. So basically we want to make sure that he's not running, and set the slide to 1. 1 means it's a true. Okay, so that means he's sliding. And then you can set the speed X to 10. So when he's sliding, we're gonna make him go a little bit faster. Okay, next we are going to have a if and else statement again down here. Grab this if and else in the control, put this in here. Okay, and then we are gonna duplicate this one on top. Gonna put it down here. So now we're gonna do the left key. Okay, left arrow key, and then same thing. Put this here. Sorry, and then we'll put this inside here. Okay, so if not costume 2, we want to use the small costume, and this time we are going to say left. Okay, and then the speed we're gonna say -10. So this is going backward. Okay, the left side. Okay, now we are going to the final else here. We are going to take this block again. So this time will be a little bit different. We are going to check if it's not number 1. So that means it's not the sliding motion, they're going to do the running motion. So if it's not number 1, we are going to switch it to number 1. Okay? Okay, so we're going to grab another if and else. We're going to put it inside here. Let me see, I did not hide anything behind here. Yeah, I did. Move this down a little bit. Okay, alright, so now we're going to check the left and right movement. We're going to use the operator and then we're using the key again. So now we're going to check the right arrow key, and same thing, the animator type is still 0, so it's not dead, the player is not dead, then we're going to let them move. So here we are putting right. Okay, slide will be run will be 1. Okay, and then slide will be 0, and then this will be +7. Okay, so running is a little bit slower. Okay, and then the else part, we are going to throw another if and else condition. Okay, so let's grab one more if and else condition, put it in here, duplicate this, put it here. This will be the left key, and then duplicate that, put this in here. It's gonna go left. Okay, and then run is 1, slide is 0, and this is -7. Okay, alright, and then otherwise we're gonna put all this inside here. Gonna delete this, so nothing here. 0 for running, 0 for sliding, and 0 for the speed. So that's like when it's idling. Okay, so we are going to go to the center. What we're going to do is we're gonna make the center follow it real quick. We'll do a quick code to test. Okay, so go to here. So when green flag is clicked, okay, we're gonna set the size to 30 as well, so 30 size, and then we are going to set the rotation style here. Okay, left to right. So this is the same thing as selecting this in the middle. Okay, and then we are saying, say, go to front layer. Okay, and then we're gonna say show. Okay, and then we have the event last time, right? We broadcast some event which is called start all control. We are saying we're gonna make it go to the main character. Okay, so for now that's what we're going to have. Let's just check it out. Okay, so before we do that, we have to call the custom block, right? We just created here this movement control. So where's my start all? Okay, so we have this start all control, right? So same thing for this. We are going to say when I receive start all control, we're gonna call this block. Let's see if it works. I'm not sure. I think it does. Let's see. Run it. Let's see. Nope, not working yet. Okay, so we're only setting the speed, right? We actually haven't moved the hitbox yet, so we actually have to create another custom block for that. Okay, so we'll go say move hitbox. Okay, run without refresh. Okay, so we are going to put it here for now. Oh, we forgot put a parameter here. Say speed x. Okay. All right. So let me zoom in a little bit. So here we are going to say change x. Okay, by the speed x. So make sure you guys use change x, not set x. Okay. And then we are going to say set the set the deviation here to 0. And then we are going to say use the repeat until and use the all operator, and then use this, and then grab the deviation equal to 8. So this is kind of actually testing if the hitbox hit the platform or not later on. Okay, and then we are going to so maybe we'll do that next time. So let's just say move the hitbox for now. Okay, we'll do this next time. So I think it's taking a long time, so we'll say move the hitbox and then changing the x. Okay, so we are going to broadcast another message here. New message. Check platform detection. Okay, so we will set that up for next time. So this check platform detection we want to use here, and then for this check platform detection we are going to call the move hitbox. Okay, and we are moving with the g speed x, which is set by this. Okay, so for now let's just use this. Let's just check it out. Okay, so I can change my oops, I forgot to put this back to 100. I was testing something earlier, so we'll hide this black box. Let's test it out. So as you can see, the Santa Claus is moving, right? But it is not changing like the slide and all that stuff, right? But so far it is moving. Okay, so this is where we are so far. So next tutorial we'll work on Santa, making him turn around, moving, and then some sliding, and then some platform detection. Okay, so this is what we have so far. All right, so if you guys miss anything, just take a look over here. So this is what we have so far for this on top. Okay, and then this is the movement code. Okay. You can pause the video if you need. There's a lot of code here. And then we have the control. Okay, the start game, and then the control and the move hitbox. Alright, so this is the end of the video. Thanks for sticking around, guys. We'll see you guys next time. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And if you enjoy the video, give us a thumbs up. That's a good way to support us. Thank you. See you guys next time. Bye bye.